For Comedy Hype News, I'm John Abba. There's one beef that still looks to be an issue. Over the weekend, Netflix would host an afternoon brunch in Los Angeles as a part of their Netflix is a Joke festival, featuring many of the top comedians around the country. As pictures of the events were released, fans were excited to see so many of their favorite comedians at the same place at the same time. Now, another thing comedy fans would notice were both the presence of Kevin Hart and Katt at the same event. By now, it's well known that both Hart and Williams have not gotten along throughout their careers, with Katt throwing several jabs at Hart over the course of several interviews. The last being Katt's interview with Shannon Sharpe on Club Shay Shay. In the interview, Katt would accuse Kevin of being a Hollywood industry plant. Previously, Katt has come at Kevin Hart's career and has even challenged him to a versus in order to settle the score of who is the better comedian between the two. Kevin has always tried his best to ignore Katt's negative comments, but has come out on occasion to address his words, even coming to the defense of Tiffany Haddish at one point, when Katt downplayed her ability to do stand-up comedy by saying, "No one can tell you their favorite Tiffany Haddish joke." Interesting enough, Haddish was also present at the Netflix brunch. Recently, while on The Breakfast Club earlier this week, she was asked about both Katt and Kevin being in the same place despite all their issues. During her interview, Haddish would go on to reveal some of the backstory that took place at the event and some of the ongoing tension between Katt and Kevin. "We was outside, okay? So we wasn't in the same room. Everybody was there and Katt was there and he was looking very interesting, very shiny, and it was super cool. He was talking to everybody, moving around the room and stuff. As soon as Kevin got there, nobody could find Katt. I don't know where Katt went, but he did perform live that night. Katt left right as Kevin pulled up." As mentioned, many were surprised to see Katt in the same place as some of his peers that he's talked about. One user on Instagram would address the elephant in the room by writing, "Katt, Kevin, Tiffany in the same place? The questions." Another user would add, "Katt definitely looked like he kept his distance." One more user would offer their own opinion and say, "At the end of the day, everybody in question is over 40 years old. They are just being adults and not worrying about each other. They're just handling business, politicking with the network." Dave Chappelle was another attendee of the Netflix brunch. Now, Katt didn't say anything negative towards Chappelle during his Club Shay Shay interview. However, Chappelle did express his disappointment with Katt for painting such an ugly picture of fellow black comedians. Now, Katt would go on to respond to Chappelle's comments in a recent interview in the New York Times article. Katt's response was simply that he didn't go to Club Shay Shay to paint a beautiful story. He came to tell a story of several people he feels betrayed him. Now, it's not clear if Chappelle and Katt had any contact during the Netflix brunch, but Tiffany did say that she acknowledged Katt from across the room without speaking to him directly. So what do you guys think about Katt Williams being amongst his peers that he did criticize? And do you think he should have addressed Hart directly at the brunch? Let's talk about it more in the comments below. Plus, stay up to date for the latest news in comedy by subscribing here to the YouTube channel. And check out thehypersclub.com for new and original content, plus full interviews. For our YouTube viewers, if you like this story, don't forget you can send us a super thanks right now by hitting the button below, and you can tip us what you want to show your support. For Comedy Hype News, I'm John Abba.
Wow, I didn't know that either. Enjoy this story? We got stories like this when you're a member at hypersclub.com. Being a member of the Hypers Club means you're the one to get the first access to these exclusive moments. The only way to see is to join the hype.